All right, y'all, today we are going to be asking the question, is the dump over for Bitcoin? Is the retracement over? Is it up from here? We're going to dive into the charts. I'm going to lay out my plans for the future, not only the current trades that I'm in, but also looking at where I'm looking to trade this in the coming days and weeks as the price action continues to move. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus the Messiah, Yeshua the Messiah. I do pray that all of you are blessed in many ways, not just financially, but in many ways. And so guys, I'm going to be doing more of these short TA updates. I took a survey. A lot of people like shorter, to the point videos. I'm still going to be doing my live streams, just not necessarily every day. So let's just get into it. Right now, Bitcoin is in fact getting this bounce off of this level right here. And I'm actually long from this level right here. It was a really nice trade entry. So yesterday in my VIP trading Discord, in the potential Bitcoin trade setups channel, I posted this setup, this potential long scalp that I was really looking to take here. And you know, we can see that the reason why I entered, or I wanted to enter the trade, is because we were coming down to the golden pocket and we were getting what I call the divergence suite on Market Cipher B. I made a video about that divergence suite yesterday. You can check it out. It's the last video I posted, basically showing you the strategy. It has a very high win rate using Market Cipher to get into these trades, especially if we're in a local downtrend and you're trying to scalp the retracements. It's a very, very high win rate strategy. So check that video out. But that trade is currently up in like massive profits right now. You know, I did in fact lock it in early, took profits early at around 14%, and then it just continued up from there. My entry was 46.4K, so pretty much at the bottom there, and a little bit higher than the bottom. I shouldn't say it's the bottom, but it's still a good entry. You can see this is a little bit higher than this white line here, just a tiny little bit higher. So yeah, what do I think is happening? Well, on a macro scale, we can see that we're still actually getting this bearish divergence on the daily time frame, okay? Which means to me that unless, and this is very important, unless Market Cipher B can print another momentum wave that comes up higher than these momentum waves here, we're still printing bearish divergences. And although we are in the short term getting a little retracement up here, it's important to point out the fact that if we go to a lower time frame, like the 4-hour time frame, the bearish market structure is just very apparent, right? Ever since this high that we put in on August 23rd, a few days ago, we put in our high, we put in our low, our lower high, our lower low, our lower high, our lower low, and unless we come above this level of about 49.4K on the 4-hour time frame, or really any time frame, but I like the 4-hour, then the bearish market structure is still intact, and honestly, we can still expect the trend to continue, right? Because the trend is your friend until the end of the trend. The trend is your friend until it's just not, right? So it's important to notice that even though we're getting this bounce, things still kind of are bearish on those larger time frames. The weekly time frame, same deal. We're getting the happy wappies kind of turning into the floppy woppy here as we are curving down potentially to put in a lower high on Market Cipher B on the weekly, which would confirm this downtrend that we have then on the weekly time frame, where our all-time high and then our low and then our lower high and then a lower low, potentially even entering into a bear cycle. Okay, so these are things we need to keep in mind. I did make a video yesterday saying that it really doesn't matter to us as traders which way the market is going, because we can capitalize on longs and shorts, right? For example, you know, I am short on Bitcoin from 49.2K. That trade is no longer up 115%, but I'm also still short from 49.9K. I'm still holding these shorts, these swing shorts from the highs. If we go back to the 4-hour time frame, you know, I'm short from up in here, I'm short from up in here. I'm still holding on to those shorts because until we come up above this level here and my one short gets stopped out in profit, there's no reason to close the shorts. First of all, I'm collecting the negative funding fee just by holding them open on Bybit, and secondly, there's no reason to assume this downtrend will continue just yet. But there are many reasons why I'm currently bullish for the day on Bitcoin and other cryptos. I'll get into that in a second. But first of all, if we take a look at the lower time frames here, such as the 3-hour, we can see that we are in fact printing a bullish divergence. We did print, and it confirmed, and we got the move upwards. This bullish divergence on the 3-hour time frame. We also had the bullish divergences on the 2-hour time frame. We can see on the 2-hour time frame, Market Cipher B is printing, whoa, I don't know what that was about. Market Cipher B is printing this momentum wave, which is higher than the previous momentum wave, showing us that if we just draw on Market Cipher B, momentum is coming up. We also did on the 2-hour time frame just get a money flow crossing over from the purple into the blue. So there are signs that we did reach a local bottom, and we are going to come up a little bit from here. Even on the 1-hour time frame, look at how bullish things are starting to look. Look at this momentum wave. We're printing green dots above the 0 line right now. These are bullish things. So I am kind of hoping that we do get a move up from here. And yesterday I made a video kind of giving my more macro perspective. Today my more micro perspective is that we're gonna get a move up, and we actually already have gotten a move up. So from my early morning analysis that I posted in my VIP Discord, we were trading down in here a few hours ago, and I'm like, yep, things are looking bullish. I'm expecting a move to the upside, and you know, that's exactly what we got. So right now we really need to keep our eyes open here. If we are unable to come up above that 49.4K level, then the downtrend continues, right? But if we come above it, then things will kind of change, and I would say we would potentially even have a trend reversal where now we're in an uptrend and we can expect Bitcoin to put in a higher high than this previous high, okay? Which honestly, guys, would just continue. See, locally, this is very important. Locally, we're in a downtrend, but on a higher time frame, if we zoom out, we are very clearly in this high uptrend, okay? And so that's why it's so important to understand your environment. You know, we are currently in this larger uptrend from the end of July, and this could very well have just put in our higher low, and then we continue more to the upside. If we pull out a fib from the last swing low to the current swing high, we can see that we did bounce pretty much right off the golden pocket Fibonacci retracement, which is why I entered a long right here, by the way. And so this is not bearish unless we come below that golden pocket. I would say I'm still thinking that this is the bottom of a retracement right here in the larger uptrend. Okay, so where are we looking for Bitcoin to go if we do, in fact, right, if this local downtrend that we just put in is in fact just a retracement like what we had here, 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 where's the next area that we can expect Bitcoin to go to? Well, there's a few areas of resistance that I think we really need to keep our eyes on, and if you're in the VIP Discord, you know exactly what levels I'm currently looking at. By the way, guys, you can join the VIP Discord by going to patreon.com/Jason Casper. But if we pull out a fib from this high here to the low that we put in right here, we have some pretty important areas that I think we can keep an eye out for. First of all, we have the Fibonacci golden pocket resistance coming in around 51.1K to 52.2K. And then we have the 786 level. Now, there's a lot of confluence up here on this 786 level, as I was mentioning yesterday. We have a lot of confluence right here. Not only is it a 786 level, but we also do have some daily levels of resistance up there. And not only that, but we have some volume levels up there that I think are important for us to keep our eyes on too. If we just look at this range that we were trading in back from about February to May when we had the crash, the point of control, the highest volume node, is right here, right around that 786. So I think if we're going to put in a higher high, those are two of the areas that I'm really looking at. And of course, it doesn't have to happen overnight. We could put in a higher high like this, come back down, and put in more, and just continue up in the uptrend. As long as the daily time frame, right? If the daily time frame keeps giving us this bearish divergence, then we're basically running out of steam as the uptrend continues, right? If the price is getting higher and the momentum's getting lower, it's a sign that we're running out of steam as the uptrend continues. Okay, so just keep an eye out on these resistances, and really also, if we are indeed just going to continue on with this local downtrend here, where we're about to put in a lower high and then continue even lower, what areas of support are we looking at for a potential bounce? Well, I would first like to preface this by saying if we're going to continue in a downtrend here, I think we could consider it more of a trend reversal and not just a retracement because of the bearish divergences that have clearly just been forming on this leg up, right? We see Market Cipher B money flow coming down on the 4-hour, momentum coming down. So if we lose, I would say this level right here, specifically this, I I would say 43.8K. That's a very important level, 43.8K. If we lose that, I'd say it's official that now we're going to come back down, and this breakout from that range we were trading in January is indeed a failed breakout, but it doesn't mean we cannot scalp the counter trend on the way down. So if we pull our fib from the swing low to the swing high of this uptrend, one of the main areas I would say we should look for is the 382, right? If we're going to enter into now a downtrend and put in a low lower than this, it's very likely that we get a bounce off that 382, and then if we continue down from here, very likely we get a bounce out of that golden pocket as we continue down. Those would be some good areas to look for scalp trades on the way down. So I want to take a look at another coin, guys. I want to take a look at XRP because I am currently in an XRP long trade. XRP is looking pretty bullish, guys. Here's why I think that if we just take a look here at the 12-hour time frame, we can see that we are indeed printing a hidden bullish divergence, which is a trend continuation pattern where price is making a higher low while momentum is making a lower low. If we go down to the 5-hour time frame, we can also see, I'm sorry, not the 5-hour time frame, but the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, all these time frames, really, guys, we're printing bottoms. We're printing bottoms. The 12-hour, the 8-hour, they're all printing these juicy green dots here. And this is kind of telling me that we're going to at least get a good retracement upwards. Okay, now I'm currently long on Ripple from right here. This is a trade setup I actually posted in my Discord on Monday, and I waited patiently all week for it. It finally hit last night. But again, potential altcoin trade setups in my Discord here. You know, on Monday, August the 24th, I posted this trade setup here because it was just such a juicy long setup, We had a wick down here in what now is the golden pocket. We had this symmetrical triangle forming with a breakdown target of this golden pocket. I was saying, look, if we come down into this 618 level, this actually was a daily level, it was a value area high, and it was a golden pocket. It would allow us to take out this liquidity right here and kind of get, I guess you could say, like the chickens are drinking water. Some people call it a swing failure pattern. Well, down here in the South, we call it the chickens are drinking water. All right, so for more information on that, you're probably going to have to subscribe to the channel and like this video, y'all. Yep, so I'm currently long on Ripple. That trade I did enter, like you can see right here. By the way, guys, if you want to learn all this stuff, if you want to learn how to get these levels, how to look at market cipher, find these trade setups, use divergences, mark levels of support and resistance to really find those trade setups and have a strategy that works, check out jasoncaspertrading.com, because this course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a more confident, more profitable trader. Because assuming you've never even looked at a chart before, you can check out these testimonials here, changing the way people approach these markets. We are actually showing you step by step the things you need to know in order so that you can start to systematize your trading, trade like a robot, take the emotions out of it, only trade the highest probability setups, and actually be profitable over time. Going through market cipher, showing you how I use market cipher in extreme detail, how to create and backtest your own strategy that you know has a high win rate, even giving you my own strategies that I use that do have high win rates, how to use risk management so that even if you're not the best trader in the world and you're even losing the majority of your trades, you can still be profitable over time if you implement a good risk management strategy. There is an $80 discount in the description of this video. I recommend you check that out, especially if you're newer to trading, because this is everything I wish I had known before I started. I learned everything out of order. My education took me so much longer until I finally bit the bullet and said, you know what, I need to actually formally take a course. So when I started learning, I've taken at least 9 trading courses in my lifetime, and this is the distillation of everything I feel is most important for beginners to know, and even intermediate traders, into an easy to digest format here. So check that out. There's an $80 discount in the description. So Ripple has come down to this golden pocket area right here, and we are currently getting a nice little bounce out of this golden pocket here. So what are my thoughts with Ripple? Well, first of all, this trade, by the way, is up over 94% right now. This is where I just took some profit at 10x leverage trade. So really, a 9% move. Ripple is pretty nice to trade because you can get those big percent moves. Well, we have the hidden divergence, right? Which makes me think potentially we could continue in this uptrend, because a hidden divergence is a trend continuation pattern, right? It's showing that as the price is coming up, making a higher low, and momentum is making a lower low, it's almost giving us that momentum we need to really push up to the next leg of the uptrend. So where do I think that could potentially go? Let's assume for a second that we absolutely are going to continue up from here. Where do I think we can get to? Well, if we just go to a higher time frame, maybe the 2-day, okay, we can see here that if we pull out our fib from the all-time high to the low right here, that the next important area of resistance above us is also, just like with Bitcoin, this 618 at around $1.41 right here. Okay, so if we're going to continue up from here, and this indeed is just the retracement in the uptrend, because we did put in our low here, we come up here, we double click this fib, put on our 382, and we could see that we didn't really bounce directly off the 382, but we were pretty dang close. And so it could very well be that this is just a healthy uptrend, right? And we're continuing up, and we front ran the 382 a little bit. So if that's going to happen, then my next area of major resistance is going to be right up here at the golden pocket. After that, it's going to be the 786 retracement. And after that, guys, really, once we come above this level right here on the daily time frame, right around $1.83, if we can come above $1.83 and hold above that, then I think we will absolutely see new all-time highs with Ripple, because that is the last area of major daily resistance that we have before we see higher prices. Okay? Now, it's also possible, guys, that we do not put in a high right now and we come down a little bit lower. This is another scenario I'm kind of thinking of for Ripple, which is this. Okay? We did, if we zoom out here, can see that the trade setup that I was looking at, which is right here, was saying, okay, look, we were going to come down below this wick, take out this low, okay, and then get a bounce from there. If we look at it, we did not actually take out this wick, okay? We did not actually take out the wick. So another scenario is this. We also have a daily level in here. We did bounce directly off the daily level, but we didn't take out this wick. So what might happen is we just put in a lower high, come back down, come down below this wick, and then really get another bounce to the upside. This would stop out everybody who longed here, including myself, but I guess stopped out in profit. But then we'd look to enter long here. Another area, if we're going to continue in the downtrend, that I would look for along with XRP, is if we come down below this wick right here, grab that liquidity and get a bounce off the 786 / daily level that we have down here. This is the next major area of support that I'd be looking for along if we lose this area right here. So that's kind of my overall plan. And basically, guys, the way I trade is, I wait for price to do something, and then I only trade if we get to a level, if I get my confirmations. This trade that I entered last night, my confirmations were basically, I was looking for bullish divergences on the lower time frames. I wanted to see the 1 hour to the 4 hour printing bottoms, which indeed we were. As we came down to that exact level, we were printing a bottom on the 4 hour. We were printing bullish divergence on the 2 hour. It was just extremely bullish divergence on the 1 hour. Even coming down to the 6 minute, we can see as we're coming down there, massive bullish divergences as the price is coming lower right to our support. Money flow on Market Cipher B is coming up. Momentum on Market Cipher B is coming up. By the way, guys, if a few things before I close out. If you want to start trading on Bybit or on Femex, I do have affiliate links in the description. You can use those if you want to help on my channel. Also, Market Cipher, if you want to start trading with Market Cipher, a very good indicator, in my opinion, the best that you can possibly get. I do have an affiliate link in the description. Alright guys, well, that's about it for the TA update. Keeping it short and sweet, even though it was still 20 minutes. Yeah, God bless everybody in Jesus' name. And I will see y'all, Lord willing, in the next video. Peace!